All right, thanks so much, Dave. Well, it's Trial Tuesday. That means attorney David Aylor is here with legal advice that you cannot afford to miss. David, how are you?
I'm doing well.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about mopeds, kind of keep going with the traffic safety.
Okay, forgive me for saying this, but it doesn't seem like, well, I should know, but you know, around college campuses, there's mopeds everywhere, but it doesn't seem like there are a lot of mopeds around here, but are there?
There's a whole lot of mopeds around here.
Look at David knowing everything about everything.
Yeah, you see a lot of mopeds for a number of reasons. One, when people have issues with their driver's license or their insurance. And then also, you know, gas prices only seem to be going up. And what a lot of people don't realize is with a moped, you actually don't have to even have your driver's license valid. If you have a driver's license and it's been expired or suspended, even for up to a period of an entire year, you can still drive a moped.
So technically you could have had a DUI, convicted or not convicted of it, and have a moped and be able to operate that moped without any type of driver's license whatsoever.
Correct.
Okay, that would seem like that's a safety issue in itself, because if it's someone that constantly gets in trouble with the law, especially when you talk about DUIs, that could be an issue.
Well, obviously, when you're on that moped, no different than if you're on a bicycle, like we've talked about in the past, or a skateboard or anything else, you have to follow the traffic laws. But you can absolutely be on the roads and drive that moped. You can't drive them on highways, and you have to keep them at 25 miles an hour, but you absolutely can drive a moped even if your license is suspended.
Now, when you say highways, I have noticed some people driving their mopeds on 17. You know, right down this area where Johnny Dodds and all of that is, even though there's construction going on and you're only supposed to be going a certain mile per hour. When I first moved here, people were still on that road when it was possibly 50 miles an hour.
Well, they can be on that road. Now, obviously they can't go, you know, over that 25 mile an hour zone. They cannot be on I-26. They cannot be on 526. But you are going to see them on Highway 17, local highways like that.
Okay. So people at home right now, what do they need to know if they're planning on purchasing a moped, especially since, like you said, gas prices are skyrocketing again? What should they know to make sure that they're staying within the legal limits?
Well, first of all, you don't have to register them with the DMV. You have to register ownership of the vehicle when you buy the moped. You don't have to have a helmet, because just like a motorcycle here in South Carolina, we don't have to have helmets. A lot of people do wear them. Obviously, I would encourage that for safety reasons. You don't have to have a driver's license, but they do have moped permits that you can get, whether you have a driver's license or not. And you probably want to read up on them before you get them, because it is somewhat dangerous if you don't know what you're doing and you get out on those small vehicles.
Right, and I was just going to ask you that same question. What should someone do when you're talking about registering the moped? Would that prevent or would that help you find your moped in the event that it was stolen?
Well, that's hard to say. You definitely would like to get a lock for the moped, because they're not going to have a driver's license plate unique to your moped, unlike a a motorcycle or a car.
So just ensure that like you would anything else?
Absolutely.
All right. I like where you're going with this. Moped safety. If anybody in here wants a moped, maybe out there wants a moped.
Maybe. You?
I don't want a moped, but I did see you driving to work on a moped the other day, so good for you. Rain or shine, David is on his moped because he cares about the environment.
Yes.
We're back in a moment with more Low Country Live. You were on a moped.
Yeah, I like a moped.
Without